Today we are making cram muffins. This is Chef AJ's recipe that I've modified a little bit. I'm sure I've put some spices in there that I shouldn't, and I've added some chia seeds and hemp seeds to add those omega-3s in there. But they are fantastic for a quick sweet snack if you are craving something sweet. So let's get cooking. To begin with, you get all your carrots and apples grated. Now I've just done this by hand. You can see that looks amazing. It looks good enough to eat just as it is. Then I add some nutmeg. And as you can see, I'm not even measuring. I'm just popping it in there. So you put it to your taste. So I like lots of that in there. Then I'm going to add some cardamom. So adding the cardamom just gives that nice exotic taste. Some mixed spice. Yummo. Like lots of spice in there. It gives it the nice flavour. And some cinnamon. Yummo with the cinnamon, lots of cinnamon. As you can see, I'm not skimping at all with the spices. One thing I had to just go and get really quickly was the ginger. I don't have much left in there, so I'm just going to put the whole lot. Just get the whole lot in there. I like using the Master Foods containers because I actually reuse them. And what I like about the Master Foods containers is that the lid is not a flip top lid. Although a flip top lid may seem a little bit easier to use, it actually breaks over time, whereas these you can wash and reuse. And I try to keep the stickers on so I don't have to put in other stickers, but with some other ones I have just put sticky notes and put the new spice in there. So I actually really like these jars, and this helps me reuse rather than buy something else for my spices. Yum. Whilst I was grating the apples and the carrots, what I did do is place about 10, there's my pressure cooker saying the lentils already. So whilst I was grating, I put just quite a few flax seeds and about 10 dates, pitted dates, in water. So that's going to become a little bit thicker. The flax is already, it's not ground, but it is pressed, so it will activate, and that will help bind the muffins, the cram muffins. But I'm also going to add a banana in there to help it as well. So when it comes time, I'm going to add a banana, blend that all up, and then that will become nice and thick and help bind the cram muffins. So going through the CRAM acronym, I have the carrot in there, so that's the C. I have now added the raisins. In fact, I've actually just added sultanas. I think there is a difference in the type of grape between raisins and sultanas, but I just added some nice Aussie sultanas. And A for apple is all in there. So next step, I've sprinkled the millet on top. So that was already ground, it's organic millet that I have added. Got my omega-3s in the flax that's going to be added, but I have also added some hemp seeds there just for some extra omega-3s, putting in our essential fatty acids. Now to add another dimension, I've also added just about half a cup of oats. Now this is a really big batch. It doesn't look so big, but it's quite big. So I've grated approximately 10 carrots, 4 apples, and then added about a cup of raisins, and then half a cup of millet, half a cup of oats, and the spices that you see. Now I'm going to blend my dates with my flax, and I'm just going to add a banana in there. I'm adding my nice Australian bananas, and it's already nice and thick in there. It's quite gelatinous. just from the flax. So that's going to help bind the mixture to make these lovely cram muffins. Thanks, Chef AJ, you're a legend. The mixture's really nice and thick, and that's going to bind the total mixture really well. I'm just going to try and pour it in here and see how it pours. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks awesome. Fantastic. Looks delicious so far. All the goodness from the blender out, and now I'm just going to mix this all up. So it's going to take a little while to mix it all up, but you can see it's going to bind really well, and it's super simple to make. And so this is in Chef AJ's book, so you can find it. They're called CRAM Muffins. This, I've modified it a little bit. So I've added the hemp and the flax and the dates just to make it a little bit sweeter with the dates, and added the hemp and the flax to incorporate those omega-3s, because the family absolutely love these. They absolutely go crazy over them. So I'll make about 6 trays full. So this will easily make 6 trays full, and by the end of it I've got just a small container left. So I have to try and manage it. But what can you say? I mean, you can have these for breakfast because they're so delicious and they're so healthy. I mean, this is just a great breakfast to have. I put these in kids' lunches as a snack. So this is their yummy sweet snack to have in their lunch boxes. So they have them for breakfast in their lunch boxes, and hubby loves them as well. So you just can't go wrong. So we'll just keep mixing here until it's well combined. So after mixing for a little while, you see that it's all very well combined. And all I'm going to do now is scoop them into silicone patty pans. Now I have to say, I think my spices are a little bit different to Chef AJ's, but check out her book because she's got it perfectly right, and I've just modified it a little bit. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's such a hearty recipe hearty recipe that even slight modifications, and if you're not a great baker, you can still get away with something pretty amazing. So I do recommend Chef AJ's book. She's amazing, and I just say go for it. And yeah, it's just amazing. I actually like to, when I'm cooking, and this is going to sound bizarre, I actually put Chef AJ on. It's like we're cooking together. So I'm cooking, she's cooking, everybody's cooking. We could be cooking 2 completely different recipes. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm cooking with Chef AJ, I'm happy. And set out on my tray, I'm going to preheat my oven now to about 170 degrees Celsius. And then I'm going to start putting the mixture in the patty pans. Oven mode, and let's take it to about 175. That's perfect. So now I just grab, it's like an ice cream scoop, but specially for, it's like a small scoop that you can use, and then I just scoop it in a patty pan. Now you'll see the patty pan slightly discolored. It's only because I've used them for such a long time. So just scoop. And I'm going to need 2 hands for this soon, so I'm going to do this. So just scoop and pop it in. So I've added the mixture in the patty pan, scoop by scoop, and as you can see, I've got heaps of mixture left. So that should do another 3-4 trays easily. I would say at least 4 trays. So I'm just going to add this in the oven now. So just adding into the oven, and you're going to bake until they're golden brown on top. Things coming out of the oven. Oh, ooh, hot. Don't they look amazing? All I've done here is pop them upside down on a cooling rack. and they will just pop out by themselves. You don't have to force them, you don't have to take them out, and you just do this. There it goes. How amazing does that look? It was nice and easy. How many I have made. These are so delicious, and I'm now trying to think how I'm going to hide them from the family. So give these a go. You can make a whole heap, store them in the freezer, pop them in the fridge, heat them up if you like, or have them cold. They are wonderful. And it's basically just carrot and apple, a bit of raisin in there. And I have modified the recipe, Chef AJ's recipe, just a bit, but I would say follow her recipe, grab her books. She's amazing. Thanks, Chef AJ. Thanks, everybody. And Betty PT signing out.